So have you ever gone to the airport and watched these jet airplanes come and go as they approach the gates? You can watch those huge jet engines spin down to idle and thought about the engineering that had to take place to make these big, huge metal tubes fly. I've been fascinated by the engineering it took to get these things as heavy as they are to get those aircraft to fly. But that kind of power doesn't happen by accident. Every jet engine is installed perfectly. Even if one of those fan blades is off by just a thousandth of an inch, I'm sure the tolerances on those fan blades on those jet engines are like they have to be almost perfect. Otherwise, as it spins up to 10 or 15,000 RPMs, that that small imperfection could be catastrophic. I mean, if you're lucky, the engine just runs rough and inefficient. But if you're not, I mean, the engine fails and people could die. Same thing with the car engine. If it's not tuned correctly, it sputters, it wastes fuel, it could break down. An engine only performs at its best when everything, the timing, the fuel, the air, the compression is all perfectly balanced. So let me ask you this. Is your life like that? Is it tuned? Is it balanced? Is it centered perfectly on a perfect foundation? Is your life optimized, or is it just good enough? To optimize means to make something the best it possibly can be. The best isn't defined what feels easy or popular. It's defined by what God would do in your place. If you can picture Jesus doing something that you're about ready to do, it's probably a safe bet it's the best thing to do. Every part of your life has an optimal setting, improvements that can be made. Your faith, your mind, your body, your finances, your relationships, they all need fine tuning. Even if one part is off, the whole system could vibrate out of sync. You feel the stress, you feel the frustration, and the lack of peace. Most people settle for good enough. I'm in good enough shape. My marriage is good enough. I'm good enough at work. My faith is good enough. But good enough isn't holy. To be holy means to be better, to be set apart, to be different than the rest, to optimize, to be optimal. Optimization takes thought. Emotions are automatic, but thinking isn't. You have to slow down and ask, what's working in my life? What's not? Where do I need to make adjustments? Men who can clearly optimize for long-term joy, not short-term pleasure. That's where it's at. They invest their energy into what lasts. They build, they create. They don't waste time chasing what drains their soul. Honest men optimize their days to align with their purpose, what their goals are. They work hard, not because someone's watching, but because they're accountable to God for how they spend their time. They train their minds, strengthen their bodies, tune their spirits. Every day, they push themselves to become better. So ask yourself, are my finances optimized? Am I saving money every month? Am I planning for my future? Do you live with purpose or just show up for a paycheck? Are you physically optimized? Do you train your body like you're preparing for war, spiritual or even physical war? Are you coasting and telling yourself it's good enough? What about your home? Is it in order? Are there repairs, upgrades that should have been done that are overdue? Are your wife and kids growing under your leadership? Do your coworkers and friends and family become more like Christ because of your example? If you're involved in something, It should get better because you're there. That's what it means to be a man of God, a man who tunes every area of his life for excellence, a man who operates like a finely tuned machine, a finely tuned engine, efficient, powerful, and reliable. So be the man God designed you to be. Don't settle for good enough. Be optimal. And then go and get others to be optimize their lives also.